Ah, theme parks. These almost magical lands where you, your family, can go visit, appreciate the sights, play some fun carnival games, and simulate plunging to your death.
No serio?
Now, like I imagine most people, I was very terrified of theme park rides when I first went to one. I wouldn't get on. You couldn't force me on. It wasn't for me. I eventually did work up the courage. I got one, and the first time I got on a ride that actually took me up high enough where I could see the rest of the park from like its peak point, I fell in love. I was like, oh shit, there's something magical about this. And from that point on, anytime I would like play a video game that had a theme park, it almost always just became my favorite part of that game. Just like just like for exploration. And these wacky places in real life make for almost a perfect setting for any level in a video game. But they are surprisingly rare. So, whenever a video game does include a theme park level, it usually ends up being my favorite part of that game. Whether it's because I get to see how the creators would envision maybe their dream theme park, or how they can make an already fantastical place even more absurd in a way. Now, when I think of theme park levels in video games, Peanut Park is almost always the first in my mind, and it's probably my favorite example. It's got everything you would want in a theme park level. It's got a roller coaster you can ride, a Ferris wheel you can ride, and it implements parts of the in game universe into the theme park's theming. For example, the carousel, instead of horses, it has Yoshis. But above that, it's got nice music, fun attractions to interact with, and an overall cheery theme and beautiful visuals to get lost in this. Like it really does make you feel like you're visiting a theme park in the Mario world, and this is exactly what it would look like. So it's a great like template to base off why I think like theme park levels are just the best levels in video games. Now, while theme parks are all fun and games during the day, they still have this air of mysteriousness, and especially during the night when everything's closing down, everyone's leaving for the day. I've always been interested in what it'd be like inside a theme park after night. Like, what are the security guards that work at the late at night during theme parks experience? How is it like roving the grounds, just going through these empty spaces where during the day all these cartoon characters are all around you, and while yeah, it's fun and friendly, the vibe must shift entirely during the night, and it must give you like this real creep factor. And that's kind of why I enjoy Silent Hill 3's rendition of like this decrepit theme park. I imagine it would give me the same feeling I would have if I were to work at a theme park late at night, just going around. Just like if I snuck in and I just walked around, see what was, and like went through all the worlds, I'd have a very similar experience as walking through Silent Hill's version of the theme park. Everything would be creepier, everything would be scarier, and although it might not have like all the assumed trappings of like a Super Mario Sunshine's Peanut Park, its interpretation is still another part of the theme park allure that I really appreciate. Now, Nier Automata's amusement park level is brilliant. Everything about it just makes me want to go to an amusement park. And this is like a rundown area where you're just going through it, seeing all these amazing set pieces where everything in the park just feels alive. Like that's really hard to do. And having all the robots just going back and forth, still performing the jobs as you make your way through this like Disney-esque amusement park is just so much fun every time I go through it. Hopping on that roller coaster and having a whole part of the level just be that cherry on top. and then ending in the but then keeping part of the world in by having like the robot workers still active there participating, and then ending it in like this opera house where you fight the boss of the area. All of this comes together to make a theme park level I just want to keep exploring over and over again. And like I feel like this is one of those I feel like I could walk in and just explore, where they could make this in real life and I'd be like, boom, day one, I'm buying a ticket. I gotta explore this level in real life. Like that's how good this one is. Plus that music, moi, chef's kiss. Now, for the game that got me started on this, it's Fallout 4. The Nuka World DLC is just one of my favorite places to explore in that game. Whatever you may think of the DLC as like on its own, like you keep that separate from the actual Nuka World theme park, because that's so much fun to explore for me. Having it separated into like almost like an Animal Kingdom style setup where you got the different theme parks separated. You travel to each one. They each have their own theme, their own like unique objectives. It's such a visual treat to explore each individual world that every time I revisit this DLC, I usually just end up ignoring everything just so I can go to the individual theme park ride. Unfortunately, these this one is both more and less interactive in a way where like since all the rides are broken down, you're not really doing much there. But they have a lot of smaller things like going through little mazes that normally other games would include. So it does still have its own charm. But yeah, I think it's like just a good example of what a good open world theme park could be if like they like because this is just like a DLC. If they really dedicated a whole game to just a theme, like a theme park where you can explore it, like that'd be really cool. But with that, I'm sure there are plenty of other theme park levels that I just didn't mention in this video, many that you would enjoy, and many I haven't played yet. So, if you have any of those to recommend, leave that in the comments, and maybe I'll play those eventually. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Peace.